Okay, hey guys, we're officially recording and we want to welcome you to our kickoff call for the Glimpse into Coaching event. So tonight we are just going to kind of introduce ourselves. Kelly Williams and I are co-hosting this group together, and we're just going to give you a little bit of an intro to us, a little bit about our team, what to expect out of this event. I'm looking at my notes right quick so I can read this list correctly. We're going to talk a little bit about skepticism and fear right out of the box, because that's the big elephant in the room, the fear of doing this, and we're just going to talk about it. We're also going to tell you guys kind of what the goals are for this event, and it might be surprising to you what makes it on the list of goals for this event. So there's several different ways for you to find your niche in this. You don't have to come out of this feeling like you are being pushed to be a full-time, full-blown business building coach. There are like a lot of layers to where you can find your fit within our team. And so we just want you to feel welcome. We want you to feel safe to ask questions. There is no stupid question. We were all in your shoes at one time or another, and we get it. In fact, we want you to ask questions. We would rather you leave this event after these few days feeling like everything you wondered about got addressed for you. And that can be unique person to person. So dig in, enjoy your time. I hope you make some new friends. I hope you pick up some motivation and inspiration for your life as you go. And we're just honored that you chose to spend some time with us. Honestly, life is busy and full of demanding things that garner our attention. And so for you guys to spend some time with us, we're just honored you picked us out of all the things you could be doing. So thank you for that. You guys are a blessing, and I know some beautiful things will happen because of our time together this week. So first of all, I want to introduce my co-host, Kelly Williams. She's actually not a coach under me directly. She is not sponsored by me, but she is a coach in my downline who I have become amazing friends with. We've actually only met in person, I think, one time at Summit last year, but I feel like she's a soul sister. And so I asked her to team up with me to host this event because I'm all touchy-feely and heart and fuzzy, warm feelings, and can speak eloquently about motivation and love and encouragement and family, and I can make you cry, and I'll probably cry. Kelly is the yin to my yang. She is nuts and bolts, black and white, facts and details. She's a teacher, a homeschool mom for her kiddos. And so I really think that the balance that we can bring to this event is going to bless you, and you'll get a taste of two different kinds of personalities as we go along. And so, Kelly, I would like for you to just do a quick intro into yourself, how you became a coach, a little bit about you and your family, and kind of, let people get to know you just a little bit.
Sure. First of all, I'm super excited to be hosting this with you and super honored that you picked me. That's just amazing. That made my day the other day when you asked me to do this with you. So I've been really excited to get going. My name is Kelly, and I'm from Georgia, and I've been here since I was 5. So I'm basically a Georgia girl. And I've been married for 13 years to a South African. We met on Match.com. And we have 3 kids. They are 6, 9, and 11, and I do homeschool them, and we've homeschooled from the beginning. So I don't know any other way. I don't know what it's like to have time to myself. I don't know what it's like to put them on the bus. I have no idea, and I'd like to keep it that way, because if I found out, I'd probably like it a little bit too much. I ended up high school at 220 pounds. So I have been there. We had, a bit of a traumatic childhood. Yep, 220 pounds. I can post a picture later. You can see. My dad died when I was young. My mom was bipolar, just kind of a mess of a childhood. And my brother and I, basically ate our feelings through high school. So I went to college at 225 pounds or 220 pounds, decided to rush sororities at UGA. That was really not a good idea. Nobody wanted me except one group they were never allowed to look at physical appearance when they decided who they would allow to continue with the rush process and everything, just personality. So that was amazing to me, and they accepted me. And because of that sorority, I ended up working at a summer camp where I lost a bunch of weight over the summer. And it was at that point that I realized that I didn't have to live that overweight. I could control what went into my mouth and how much activity and what I looked like and how I felt about myself. So that kind of started my journey, and I had the fitness part kind of all along. I started running. I started with Turbo Jam 9 years ago. That's one of our really old programs. Gained and lost typical weight in pregnancy, but I had the fitness aspect down pat. And eventually I joined a gym and became a big group class fanatic and was fit and strong, but I didn't look on the outside as fit as I was on the inside because my nutrition was a hot mess. Like I still had all of this horrible overeating, eating my feelings, needing to feel like really full to feel calm. Like I still had all of those horrible habits. I'd never been taught about portion control. I didn't know. So I was in body pump class one day and Brandy Trammell, who is my upline coach, was in the front row with me, and we were piling on the weights and competing with each other, and we got to know each other. She was homeschooling at the time too. So we bonded over that. And she asked me to coach for probably 6 months. And I said no every single time because I was scared. I didn't know what it entailed. I was scared. I didn't think I could afford the shakes. I didn't think I could be salesy, like all the things, all the myths. I thought every single one of them. And I didn't think I could give up the gym because I was working out 2 hours a day because I was eating too much. I was trying to exercise away my diet. So I didn't want to give up the gym and do these at-home workouts. But eventually I just watched her social media and watched the things she had because of coaching and the tribe and the friends and the things she was able to do for her family. And eventually I just wanted what she had. I really did. So I will never forget, we were at homeschool soccer one day and I walked up to her and I was like, okay, let's do this. What do I need to do? So I got the 21-day fix and dove into one of her challenge groups and had my get started right call with her and heard all about all the things I should be doing. And I kind of just dove right in and did it. One of the best things you can do as a coach is just be teachable and do what your coach is telling you to do. And that's what I did. So, and even more importantly for me, because of the portion control containers and the things I was learning in the challenge groups, I lost that last 15, 20 pounds right away that overeating had been keeping me from being able to lose. So finally, like my outside matched my inside and it matched how fit I was. And that for me, knowing that I could control food was huge because I had given up. Like I had thought, I am an overeater. That's just the way it's going to be. I'm going to be the one sitting with a huge plate of food at the family meals while everybody else can control themselves. I'm going to be the one going back to the buffet. That's how it's going to be. I give up. And to be able to find that I could have that control over food and then I could pass that on to other people who are in the same situation has just it's been insane. It's been mind blowing. Absolutely love it. My team is called Team Rebels right now, but I think I'm going to have to change it just to Rebels because we're getting some dads on the team too. And that just absolutely thrills me. But mostly we're made up of moms and dads who really need to work on our own journey first and learn proper nutrition and fitness and get that going and then be an example to our family and then reach out from there and be an example to other people we love and other people we come in contact with. So I've been a coach for 2 years and I have just been I always run challenge groups. I always invite people, always, hit the goals that I try to set for myself. And I mean, I love coaching. I love coaching. There's nothing like waking up in the morning I lost 7 pounds. I can wear my shorts from 2 years ago. Like there's nothing like waking up to those kind of messages. So it's just the best job.
Absolutely.
It really is.
Absolutely. I never get tired of hearing people from our team share their stories like that. It is addictive to be around people like Kelly who had a problem and found a solution through this. And, the cool thing is, I'm just going to ask you, Kelly, did you ever think that this whole journey of you feeling like a perpetual overeater and stuck in that habit, did you ever think you trying to find a solution for that would lead to you being able to take your husband on a free trip?
No.
Because they don't know about that story yet. And we're going to share more about it this week about what you can do with this business. But I just have to give a little plug there because we're going to share more later in the week about how Kelly used her own journey to inspire others and then was able to take her precious husband on an all-inclusive paid vacation that he didn't have to pay for. So you're going to hear more about that later in the week. Okay, awesome. Thank you for that intro. I'm going to share a little bit of my story too. I feel like I've told it so often that everyone knows it, but I'm always surprised when someone says, oh, I didn't know that about you. So I've been a coach 6 years this month. I celebrated my 6-year anniversary on the 20th of June. And when I think back to 6 years ago and the person that I was that day that I became a coach, I don't even know that girl anymore. I was ridden with insecurity. I was coming out of several years of intensely difficult times. My daughter had fought a battle with brain cancer. My husband had fought a battle with cancer. We had gone through financial destruction, as you can imagine. I wasn't working, and my husband was self-employed. So any hospital time, whether for my daughter or for him, where he wasn't working, meant we didn't have any money. So I found myself in a very, very deeply broken, isolated, insecure, fearful position at that point in my life. And I had been working out for about 6 months prior to that and had only lost 10 pounds in those 6 months. And I needed to lose about 50. And I was frustrated beyond measure. But yet, even though I wasn't getting very good results, I was going to boot camps and going to Zumba and eating very little. I had no clue how to work all that. Even though I didn't have great physical results, I felt better because of the working out. And then Shakeology came into my life, and I thought maybe this will finally be the answer that helps me get better results. And then I started looking at the ingredients, and I had learned a lot about nutrition during my daughter's cancer battle. And I started seeing things on the ingredients list for Shakeology that I knew were amazingly beneficial health-wise. So I researched it, and I thought, this stuff is amazing and can replace all of this nasty supplement stuff I've had my daughter on all these years. I can have this one thing and it tastes good. So I was sold on it. And in the next 6 weeks after using Shakeology, I lost those same 10 pounds that had taken me the prior 6 months to lose. And I was excited because during that 6 weeks, I had signed up to be a discount coach, if you can even believe that, because I was like Kelly, I didn't have any interest in the business. I was scared of that. I was fearful of network marketing. I didn't want to be one of those people that had to host parties in my home where I handed out catalogs and had to sell them things. I had this thing in my head about having to buy all this product that would be in my trunk or in my garage from the old school days of what I saw other people do. I didn't want that. Well, during those first 6 weeks on Shakeology, I was exposed to all this amazing Beachbody stuff on Facebook, and I actually went to an event in Dallas where the CEO was speaking. And I firmly now believe that that was a God thing, that man was there at that event that day when I was a brand new coach, because I couldn't stop crying because of the passion that he had for people like me who were watching a beloved family member battle for their life against a health crisis. And he was talking more about obesity and type 2 diabetes and heart disease, but it hit home for me because I watched my daughter and my husband battle cancer. And I wrote down every word he said in a notebook and bawled my eyes out and made a lot of friends that day. So for those first 6 weeks, I literally fell head over heels in love with what Beachbody stands for. And that is community, connection to people who are just trying to figure this life thing out, to be as healthy and happy as possible and to support one another as we do it. Instead of hating on each other and comparing to one another, it's support and it's community. And that is first and foremost the very top thing that still stands out to me 6 years later. Secondly, their commitment to premium ingredients in that shake. You guys, that thing is so chock full of goodness. There is not a single toxic or bad thing in it that I could complain about. And I am a Nazi about nutrition. So I fell in love with that. I fell in love with the fact that I was finally getting results. Drinking Shakeology helped me get results. I started Insanity. I lost 30 pounds that summer doing Insanity and drinking Shakeology. I fell in love with Shaun T, and he is still my soulmate trainer to this day because every time I work out with him, I go back to that person I was 6 years ago that had been stuck, and I finally had hope at that time. And so a business builder coach was born in me because I fell in love with everything Beachbody is. And since that time, I have healed emotionally from that brokenness, that insecurity. that I battled with for so long. And I have now been able to see that this is a platform for me to do ministry from. And I'm a Christian. I live out my faith very boldly. And for me, this is ministry. Not all coaches coach out of their faith, and that's fine. There is no wrong way to do this. But for me, it's all tied together, and that's very important to me. It's given me a platform to share my story, and to be able to bring some sort of hope and healing to others by sharing what we've been through. So I've also built a successful financial business out of this that has allowed us to do things for our family we never could have done before. My husband is self-employed. He's a general contractor. And in the last 10 years, the economy has done some crazy things that have affected his business. I know a lot of you have dealt with that in your families as well. And my income has literally often been the difference between us being able to buy groceries and pay our utilities and not. Back in the first few years of my business was what put gas in the car and what allowed us to say yes when our kids wanted to play soccer or baseball or do gymnastics or dance. And now we've been able to take trips and do some really cool stuff. I'm not where I want to be yet with this business. I am still building to fuel my goals to be debt free, but I will get there. And this has been an amazing way to do that. So, and we'll be sharing more about our stories and tidbits and things that we've learned and accomplished throughout the week. But let's get on down the list. So I'm going to talk to you guys real quick. We're going to shift gears a little bit. And we're just going to hit the whole fear and skepticism thing right off the bat. There are a lot of network marketing opportunities out there. And I know that all of you have probably been spammed by a salesy message and a website link. And it turned you off and you felt like somebody was pushing a product on you or trying to get you to join their team and you felt like they could care less about you. And I just want to clear the air right here from the get-go that we don't do that. We don't teach that and we don't do that. And if you have had that experience with someone on my team, I'm sorry. We didn't tell them to do that. Okay? So you're never going to be asked to send a salesy, spammy message like that or to try to hard sell or cold call on someone to sign up with you or buy from you. That's not how we do things. So you don't have to worry about that. Secondly, I really like this metaphor from Simon Sinek. If you guys haven't heard of him, Google him after this little call. Simon Sinek, he's incredible. He talks about how humans were created with safety mechanisms in place. And when you go back to the tribal days and the caveman days, it was safer to stay in the crowd, right? If you ventured off by yourself, you could be eaten by a bear. Okay, so it was safer to stay with the crowd. And we developed a herd mentality, just like animals, through the years as a way to survive in the jungle, in the wild, in the Amazon or wherever people were. It was safer to stay together. And so we still have that tendency to want to stay safe. And when people venture outside the herd to do something different or unorthodox or out of the box, everybody that's in the herd goes, no, don't leave us. You're going to die out there. That's weird and crazy and scary. And you should just come back in and get a real job. You should do an 8 to 5 that has benefits and a 401k. And even if you hate your boss, it's safer here. So stay here. And so you guys are going to probably, you may already have felt that tension between considering this as a business opportunity means you're gonna leave the majority. You're gonna leave the herd and the crowd, and people are gonna question you. They're gonna ask you if you've gone crazy, if you've gone off the deep end, and you may feel that within yourself, like, is this safe to kind of step out and do this thing that's outside of the 8 to 5, the safety bubble, the stay-at-home mom that either homeschools or does the PTO thing and the carpool route and the classes for the kids, but doesn't really have anything for herself. This opportunity is out of the box. It is different. So if you're feeling that tension or you're facing that with people that you're talking about this with, that's okay. And just be aware that there is that safety mechanism in place, but we know better. We know better. In this day and age, we're not going to be attacked by bears if we venture off by ourselves and explore new territory. And that's a beautiful thing. We get to grow as humans like never before. because of that. And so I would encourage you to face that fear. It's there. You're always going to feel a little bit scared in this business, and that's why I love it, because every time I push past a new fear, I prove to myself that I'm stronger than I thought I was. And when my kids get to watch me do that, I see them being more and more courageous and less fearful in their little lives too. And I have to wonder what kind of legacy that's going to leave for them as they enter adulthood. Maybe they won't have to battle these same demons that I have with fear. So it's normal to be scared. It's normal to be skeptical. There are a lot of really gimmicky, salesy methods out there in the network marketing world, and we strive in our team and in this company to be set apart. Our CEO has actually told us, do not recruit someone to your team until you have helped them get results in their health and fitness life. Put that person's health first. He discourages us from just recruiting to our team. And you guys should know that as Beachbody coaches, we are not compensated a single cent for someone just signing up as a coach. The coach sign-up fee is $39.95, and not a single penny of that goes to the person that is signing you up. That's shocking to a lot of people. It doesn't benefit us at all financially to have someone sign up as a coach. It only benefits us financially if we are plugging them into a fitness program, getting them into a meal plan, and helping them get results. That's the only way we get paid, is if we are helping people. So I hope that addresses the skepticism and fear element. I know that that is a very real factor for you guys. It was for me, and it's very important to me that you know the truth about that. Okay, deal? Awesome. Okay, Kelly, I'm going to pass it back over to you, and Kelly's going to tell you just a little bit about, our team and kind of what it's like to be a coach on our team. So go ahead, Miss Kelly.
Sure. The number one word I think I would use is just love. Just love. I mean, more than on our team page, you won't find questions about how to snag this customer, how to snag that customer. You'll find like, guys, I'm going through a rough time right now and I could use some prayers. I've got this one person I really want to help, and here's what they're facing. Has anyone faced the same thing? And can you give me advice? How can I speak to this person so that they hear me, that they need help? Like we're just all about giving love. And like Miranda was saying before we started the recording too, the amount of friends that I have made, that some of them I've never met, but they mean more to me than a lot of the in real life people I know here in Georgia. It's just unbelievable. So at any level of coaching, we have a team and a tribe and a community they're just there for you. They're not there for what you can bring to what sales or numbers you can bring to the team. They're there for you and whatever you need at whatever level you're coming in at. So, I mean, we just provide love and care and a tribe. So, you can come to the team page and ask a question about your own journey, or about your own life, or about the people that you're trying to help. We're there to support everybody. So yeah, we're made up of mostly coaches from Texas and Georgia, but also other, Midwest states, and actually everywhere. We've got Canadians, we've got everybody. And speaking of Canadians, my very best friend in the whole entire world is someone I met through this team that I never would have met if not for coaching. I've met someone who gets every single aspect of my life, down to having multiple children and homeschooling them, and a husband who can be cranky. Like, she gets every bit of me. She's not even coaching anymore, and I don't care, because I've met her, and I needed her in my life, and I didn't have anybody like that. So, Miranda is a really smart businesswoman, and she can give you all the training you could ever want to grow your business. But I think the best thing that describes our team is just the love we share for each other.
Absolutely. That makes me, I literally almost started crying, and then I stopped myself, because if I start, I don't stop. Kelly and I didn't go over what we were going to say on this call, and I just threw her the list of what we were going to talk about. And 10 minutes. I forgot that I went to that one. Okay. So anyway, that just makes me really proud of what we have. And I would love for you guys to be a part of it in any capacity. If the only reason is that you're lonely and you need friends and connection to people that are accepting and kind and will help you, if that's the only pull for you at this point, then you should do it. You should definitely join our team. It's been a safe haven for a lot of us to be able to work through some really hard life stuff. There's not many places in life where you can go that you can get that kind of support. So I'm really excited that that was what you brought out. So how do you get the most out of this week? We are going to have 2 video posts a day, one from Kelly, one from me. And then each day of the 3 days, we will have a supplemental post with just some additional information to continue to help answer your questions. And so the best thing to do is come into the Facebook group every day and just see what the posts are, watch the videos, ask questions in the comments, tag the person that invited you so that they can help answer your questions, and just show up. We're also going to have in the pinned post a countdown to coaching poll, where when people are signing up because of this event and the information, when they decide to join our team, they're going to be able to click a box that says, I joined up as a coach today. And there's another option on there that says, that's going to say, I'm going to sign up by Wednesday night when the event closes out. And there's a third option that will say, I still have questions. And that's going to let us be able to celebrate people as they come on board, know who's going to be joining us by Wednesday night, and also to address those of you that still have questions. And it is okay to have questions. And so that's the best way to get the most out of this group, is just show up in the group every day and read through everything, and then check off the box on the poll that reflects where you are in the process of deciding what to do. The goals of this Glimpse group are, I'm going to go over the first one, and then Kelly's going to wrap up number 2 through 6 for us. So the first goal, our ideal place for you and our team, is as a business building coach who wants to run their own fun challenge groups every month and help people that only you can reach. And the reason I'm so passionate about that is twofold. First of all, being that people are fighting personal battles with health issues and anxiety and depression and loneliness that we know nothing of. We know nothing of. And when you dig down just a little bit deeper into relationship with people and get to know what they want to work on health-wise, you're going to find that not only are they going to lose weight and build lean muscle and feel better and increase their energy, but they're going to come tell you that you also helped them overcome depression and that you helped them bring down their triglycerides, which were life-threatening. They're going to come tell you that their relationship with their spouse has now improved because their confidence is up. And I want you guys to get to experience what I do in having the fulfillment of knowing that you are literally changing someone's life for their family, their children, and for generations to come. And that is a beautiful thing to get to have as a part of your life every day. Like Kelly said, waking up to a message of, I've lost 7 pounds, I can fit in my shorts again. It's an incredible feeling, and I want that for you. Secondly, I can't change the world by myself. Kelly can't either, and as hard as she and I and our team of coaches try, I have a goal for us to have a coach on our team in every state in the U.S. and to have coaches in Canada and the U.K. We're expanding to the U.K. this fall. So major business opportunity there for you guys that are just coming on board. We're about to expand into a whole nother part of the world, and their obesity epidemic is nearly as bad as ours in the U.S. So there's a whole new crop of people that we're going to be able to serve and help in that way. And so I need people who are willing to get out in the trenches and get dirty with me and change the world. And I believe that we can by offering a team that's full of love, by offering hope through health and fitness, and changing families across the world. I believe we can do that. And this is an amazing way to see that happen. And so if you join as a business building coach, we want you to wake up this Thursday as a new coach. Thursdays are the first day of the business week for Beachbody coaches. Then we're going to train you to have success quickly. And you're going to wake up the following Thursday with a new designation in our business called Emerald Coach, which means you have begun your business and you will be receiving your first paycheck the third Thursday that you're coach. And we want you by the 4th week of being a coach to have completely paid yourself back for your own challenge pack and to have some extra money to do whatever you need to do with. We want you to have success quickly, because that's going to keep you in the game long term, and you're going to feel confident if you can have quick success. All right. And so, Kelly, I'm going to throw it over to you to go through the goals number 2 through 6, the other things that they can expect at the end of this group?
Okay. The good thing about this is it's not all or nothing. Some people like Miranda have been able to make it a full-time business. They have the time, or they're making the time, and it's a full-time business for them. However, we just want you in our team in whatever capacity suits your life and whatever capacity meets your goals. So she was talking about the full-time or mostly full-time business builders. There's something called a hobby coach. You're working on your own health and fitness. You are posting about it. You're inviting people, but it's not your 8-hour, 9-hour a day full-time job. You find 3 people a month to work with you, and you maybe run a challenge group with another coach, or maybe join Miranda's challenge groups, and you're helping people, but not on like a grand scale. So, and you're probably making enough money to cover your own Shakeology plus a little bit extra. That's a hobby coach, and that is absolutely perfectly fine. And then you could also just want the discount on the Shakeology and the Tribe. You are not interested in posting about your private life on Facebook or anything like that. You're not interested in inviting people. You're not interested in running challenge groups, but you want friends. You're lonely. You need the support, and you love the shakes, and you want the discount on the shakes. So you'd be in our team page. You'd get all the insider information the rest of us get, and all the training if you want it. But if you don't, you're there with us, and we'll love on you, and we'll help you in your journey. Or you could be a discount coach who's not in the least bit interested in being on the team page. If something like being in the team page pressures you, and you don't even want to think about the fact that, people are expecting you to build a business, even though we're not. If you just want the discount on the shakes, and you get your shakes every month, and you don't want much other interaction with any of us, that's fine too. Like, we're happy if you're getting the shakes, and we know you're getting that nutrition in your body every day. Like, even that's enough for us. And then you could consider yourself more of a VIP customer. So you're not on the team page. You're getting the discount on the shakes, and you're in one of our challenge groups every month, just working on your own health and fitness. You're getting the tribe, but it's not that consistent tribe of our team, but you're still getting a group to help you, and you're still getting the discount on your shakes. And then, if you decide in the end that the actual coach designation or VIP designation isn't for you, then you can just be a customer and get your shakes every month and still be in our challenge groups. You just won't get our discount on everything. And then also we run free groups almost every month. Someone's always running a free group, a water group, a clean eating group, a high fat, low carb group, a fitness group, and anybody is welcome to join those groups anytime. So that would be kind of like the lowest level of involvement you could have with us. You get about a week of our time every month, get a kickstart to your month, and then, we move on to our challengers who have invested with us. So those are kind of all your options.
Absolutely. Yeah, she totally nailed it. So whether you are, you come out of this event after 3 days, ready to build a business from home and be a girl boss, or a boy boss, we're going to have to hashtag that, with us, and join our team and win free trips, and really dig in and do the trainings and really dive into the business side of this. Or you want to work on yourself for a little bit first and kind of dip your toes in the water of the business kind of here and there. Or if you are really just completely overwhelmed at the thought, but you need some help with your health, we can find a spot for you. We can help you. And it doesn't mean you have to sign up as a coach with us. We're going to help you regardless of what kind of commitment you make. You don't have to buy a challenge pack to get help from a coach. If you need a free group first to get started, then that is what we will do. But if you're ready to dive in and you're ready to go full out with your health and your business, we're going to help you run with it. We have steps in place, like I said, for you to get training and get guidance from day one to have a quick win in your business, to build confidence, to build success, and you'll be able to pay yourself back within the month. And then your second month, you've got income. I mean, it's that quickly if you follow our systems. And that's exciting to me. That's exciting. Without hard selling, without spammy messages. So we're excited about this week, you guys. The post will be going up tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon. And then in the evening, we'll do a little supplemental info in there. And we look forward to seeing you guys in the group. Ask any question that you have and just dig in and enjoy and make some friends. Deal?
Deal.
All right, you guys. Y'all have a great night, and we'll see you in the group tomorrow. Bye, everybody.